What's happening?
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Superstream. Let me make sure that we are Superstream.
We're on DLive, right?
Make sure. Yep, we are on DLive.
Is anyone watching yet?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Okay. So welcome to the poop channel, everyone.
Hold on. Let me edit this title.
Welcome to the poop channel. Just say that. This is just the poop channel.
You know we are live right now. So, there's a reason why we called for the Superstream.
A very important reason.
Yep. We got W from Right Wingers in Appalachia is here. So, thank you,
cool.
Right Wingers in Appalachia. We appreciate your
I
support.
It was right wingism alpaca.
That's a deer.
That's
a deer.
Fuck. Appalachia. I don't know.
So welcome to the Bad
deers.
Boys live stream. Due
the Bad
to
Boys.
security breaches, we are not going to shout any pages out other than our viewers, because anyone
Obviously.
directly involved with this stream has in some way or form been targeted by our enemies.
Our enemies.
So,
the Jews.
I'm T. With me is R.
Yo, what's
I'm
up?
H. I'm H.
And I'm B.
And
I'm B.
And there's L here too.
There's L.
Hey.
So
Yeah. All the letters of the alphabet. We're all here.
yes.
A through Z. A through Z
We're
is
all
in this
here
call right
just
now.
chilling.
So
Who?
basically, what was
Basically.
planned isn't what we've had in mind, but
There's this guy called the American Coalition Party. He's a fucking cunt. That's
Yep.
one of the things we're going to talk about. Also, Charlie Kirk is going to be on Zoom later, and we're going to try to debate him about the Zionist question, immigration, multiple things. Never mind what I wrote there. I wrote the poop channel that has nothing to do with the conversation. But what we all want to say is, first, the American Coalition Party is absolutely ridiculous, and it is our responsibility as people, as part of the politogram, to take action and to question what the fuck is going on. It doesn't make any sense. Who is this guy? Like, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys learn?
our first encounter with the head of the American
Damien
Coalition,
Russell, yeah.
Damien Russell.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes, our first encounter with him was
Leoism shit.
We're about to lambaste the fuck out of him.
Yes, our first encounter with him occurred back in August of 2019, when we first started this experience, the Bad Boys experience.
The bag.
It's horrible.
It ended in
Bring
flames.
experience. It ended with flames. It was love at first sight.
Yeah, so he's
First sight.
Basically, Damien Russell is a snake oil salesman.
Yeah,
Snake oil? What the fuck is snake oil?
That's
Shit
Shit
know
that
that
promises they could. Yeah, it's an American
followers,
term.
guys.
He promises, take this snake oil. It'll cure cancer. It'll cure melanoma. And it doesn't do fuck all.
All right,
That's
boys.
pretty
so-
much what it is. He's a
right,
dealer
In
of bad
In
goods.
how many states is that illegal, by the way?
All
All of them?
Ever since the 1900s, like early 1900s, there have been a lot of
Boys.
laws against snake oil salesmen.
Well, we won't be like fucking Damien Russell. Let's take him down with
all right,
the
so
federal
guys,
agents.
this all started with Leoism.
Bruh.
Yes, this all
Okay,
started with Leo.
I will read you the
That's
original
the
definition.
cringe ideology. That's like centrism, the ideology, but like
I know.
national centrism. That's absolutely retarded. Like we
National
have a piece
centrism.
of-
Bruh.
I love how they're like, we have a piece of communism, we have a piece of capitalism. I go like, can you fucking decide? Because like, if not, you're gonna let all of us fucking rot. It makes absolutely no sense. The entire thing, anyone would follow any ideology like this would not make any sense on Politigram. It would make more sense we warn people, but people like him also.
All right, so
People
I'll
follow
read the
these things.
definition on Reddit.
Yeah,
Okay.
read it.
Okay.
There's
Go
a
ahead.
definition on
Uh,
that.
Are
It-
about to
here's the funny thing.
spontaneously combust from
Yeah,
cringe.
next go on Urban
grammar is not
Dictionary,
incorrect.
please.
So the grammar isn't even the best. So I will read it. I'll read it for word.
Go
A
ahead.
uprising right-wing political party with core values of pro-family, pro-community, pro-worker, pro-culture, pro-country, pro-technology, pro-environment, pro-capitalism, monarchy at a national level with parliament and a constitution, representative democracy
prostitution.
at a regional level, and direct democracy
We're
at a
gonna
local
get, we're
level. I'll
gonna
be right
get to
back.
that B. We're gonna get to
Yes,
that B.
we'd love
Yeah,
direct
right now-
democracy with fascism, please. Like everyone would love to vote for exactly what we believe in, also fascism.
Oh no! See, you're gonna get an insider's perspective. I was in the inner circle for a very long time,
Oh my god,
so
tell us.
you're gonna get. Oh yeah, trust me. When
Oh,
I finally
yeah.
have the floor,
Okay.
you're gonna hear everything.
Oh God.
Go, tell us the floor.
Oh yeah. Did you guys bring up how he buys his followers?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
not getting there. We're still on Leoism.
Wait.
And
Oh
No,
wow.
first,
I'm sorry.
Let me
let's have
air
a little
the-
bit
we're
of
gonna
structure.
fucking,
Let's
we're
have a
gonna
Yeah, let's have a
fucking
little
beat
bit-
you.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
right-wingism Rhodesia, please calm your tits. Thank you.
Tell us the story. Also, you can't tell account names. Don't forget
Oh, whoops.
that. Yeah,
Whoops.
it's okay. It don't exist. I love shoutouts. Go ahead. Tell us the thing.
Wait, me?
Yes.
Who's the guy who said
Okay.
he was like in
Alright.
Leoism?
Yeah, L. Yeah.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
I was approached by Damian Russell in, I want to say, early 2019. So he had this brand new ideology, and he knew I was a big figurehead in a lot of these circles on the politogram scale. I was friends with everybody. I knew a lot of people. You know, I had no beef with anybody. So he comes to me with this new ideology, and he basically said it was crypto fascism, it was crypto NS, stuff like that. You know, so I
I had
figured,
the
all
sa-
right,
I had the
well,
same
send
thing.
me some stuff. Let me see what you got. You know, so he sends me this manifesto. It looks pretty based, you know, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, this is cool. I can get down with this. So we started the page. We started getting a lot of followers. Started gaining a lot of traction. I was writing a lot of pieces for him. I was converting people. I was getting people. I was bringing people in. He was doing the same thing. It was great. It was just me and him. Then we brought in 2 to 4 other guys. You know, we became the founding fathers of it, right? So
Okay.
Of
And then-
Leoism. I'm sorry. All right,
yeah,
continue.
no. See, this is not a high point in my political career, as you can see.
I love
but-
political Instagram careers. They're my favorite, most paying job.
Yeah, no. See, like, and then the summer hits, and I work 2 jobs. I average about 65 hours a week. So
God.
you know, yeah. I was working like a fucking dog, and then I had
So you
to
work
do
for
this.
workers' rights.
Yeah, you better fucking believe it, bro. But you know, like
You took a
I had,
picture of their fucking cock. I heard the picture thing.
I took a picture.
like I had no, I
Keep going.
Go ahead.
so yeah, so you know, I had no real time for this whole Leoism thing. So like I had my head in the sand for like
Yeah,
half
you
the
gave
summer.
up. Basically, you gave up on it, and like then they came back and they were crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Because I was
basically,
working
yeah.
so much. I had my own life on
was
top
he
of
like
it. I was
really
trying to-
mad at you also for like going out and having your own life? Well, like you know, like that's a thing like you should do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He was,
And
so
then,
he
you
was.
know-
He's one of these people.
I came back,
God.
and he optics cucked on everything. He said shit that didn't even make sense half the time. You know, I come back, this person's shitting on
So
him.
he's
That
a
person,
manipulator, like an extreme manipulator.
But
I wouldn't really
he
say
was.
that. I would just say he just has lack of foresight, and he has lack of
Just for
all
a
kinds of
FYI,
things.
an FYI. Also, this isn't like we're not like hating on the guy. We're also just doing this because he's bad, like for the entire politogram content for everything. He's a cancer. That person. We're not doing it because we hate him or anything.
We're doing it because we despise his existence. Yeah.
No,
Well,
I mean, yeah,
there's
sure,
other
personally,
reasons. There are
personally,
other
yeah,
reasons.
but we can also say that it is bad for everyone, especially if we want to be optical. It's bad. We need to be straightforward, to be right, and this guy just isn't. So we obviously need to shout him out on it. That is what we're doing. Anything else really would be unproductive, and that's not something we would actually do. That's not the purpose.
On top of the manipulator topic, he was until people realized he was a retard and they just completely stopped listening to him.
How
Yeah.
many people unsubscribed from me? I heard like about like 300 people unsubscribed from him in like one night because he said something
Well,
like
all right,
something like
so-
really horrible.
So
Yeah, no, he did.
I want to continue on Leoism for a second because
Go ahead.
our first experience as the Bad Boys live stream was back in August, and we thought, our thought that it was a pretty good ideology. I wasn't entirely sure about it, to be honest.
Well, no, because from what he said, it was okay. Because here's what I'm going to say.
He's a snake oil salesman.
I didn't read the manifesto. I didn't.
Okay,
didn't-
the manifesto.
I never read any manifesto. That's kind of cringe, to be honest.
That's why I didn't read it. It was poopy. Like I'm not going to read that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
listen. This is
He
where
quoted
this is
himself.
where
Go
my
ahead.
this is where my judgment got clouded.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
so
important part now.
yeah, so the manifesto he sent me was way different from the manifesto he posted. He optics cucked on like 50 to 65% of it. Okay, it was so edited and fucking black marked, it wasn't even funny.
How long
And it
is
was
that
just like-
manifesto?
It was about 10 pages, and
Okay,
he
like Karl Marx.
yeah. So and this is where I count like this is where I even question him being right wing. I mean, seriously.
No, he
He's-
isn't. He's a
no, he
centrist.
isn't. Because he's optics cucked on so much at this point, and it made me look so bad. It made all the other guys look so bad. None of the people that originally founded Leoism are in the American coalition today. That's literally like everybody walked away from him. I defended him for so long. I just had to walk away because it was just
But he backstabbed you also. That's why you walked away. As earlier also.
yeah, exactly.
How did he
and
backstab you?
I freaking told him I was like, no, dude, like this is not. He wanted me all the things with Kim Jong Il supposedly being on his deathbed.
Oh, Kim Jong
And
Un.
then
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, Kim Jong Un. He shit posted. He shit posted all this stuff glorifying Kim Jong Il, Juche, left wing fascism, and his justification for that was, oh, it's still fascism. It's just left wing, and I'm like, oh, you stupid motherfucker. Obviously,
What a
they're
bunch of
different. Like,
Juche isn't
obviously,
even
they're-
fascist because it's not ultra traditionalist. It is traditionalist to a point, but the thing is that you cannot have really good left wing economics like if a government goes like this and traditionalist.
and they still have the
left-wing
hammer and
government
sickle.
is an interventionist one. So
Yeah.
they will
Yeah.
intervention in the people's traditions and everything. They need to reorganize.
Exactly.
Obviously.
The
Yeah.
difference between left wing and right wing on that point is left is interventionist, right is protectionist. That's pretty much the thing. And
Well,
it seems like
that's why also I would not call myself totally right wing because I believe that in many moments the government needs to intervene. Even if the people think it's right according to the traditions, they will be wrong in many moments. That's why
exactly.
many
And,
of us cannot
So, I want to talk about the stream when we when
Pro
we had him on,
prostitution.
and he legitimately said that he was pro legalization of prostitution.
now, see,
I wish we
that's
still had the
fraud.
video.
Because
I
he's
didn't
not even
talk-
centrist, isn't he? He's left wing. Is your dog okay? What's
I
happening?
didn't even talk to him for 2 weeks after he said that.
Oh my
I didn't
God.
even talk. Yeah, I didn't even talk to him for 2 weeks after he
You
said
know what
that.
I think he is? He reminds me, from what you say, of these people who are left wing and are like creepily, weirdly objective. They're not really like objectively right, but they're constantly trying to be. And these people are so bipolar. Like, does anyone know about Atlacap? This,
No, that's exactly what he's like. Yeah, no.
Do you know-
And
do you
anytime
know
he got
Atlacap?
caught, not personally, but I've seen some stuff. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
like
exactly. They're the same type.
anytime he got caught being a retard, anytime he got caught with his pants down,
It was ironic. It was ironic.
just the
Yeah.
fact that he got caught.
It was
was
all
actually did
irony.
certain
I'm in
things.
irony, bro. Yeah, it's like
Oh
it was
my
all
God.
irony. I'm an irony, bro. And
He's
I'm
worse
like,
than
no.
Trump with that.
He's
Yeah,
worse
no,
than
and-
Onision.
Yeah,
Funny
literally,
That's rare.
he's literally the Onision of Politigram. Like that's what it comes
so
down
he
to.
probably fucked some kids too.
Probably.
He is a kid.
Yeah,
um,
literally,
We're gonna get into the one part where he said,
fucking wolf boy over here.
yeah. No. How about when he said in a group chat that uniting under the 14 words was degenerate.
Oh,
But then he'll post, it's okay to be
Yeah.
awake now, like 10 minutes later.
Well, so
Yeah, I
if,
know,
he,
right?
if he has random
He's just
thoughts
bipolar.
at random, yeah, that is bipolarity.
see, I have a very busy schedule, so I have no time. Yeah,
That
it's-
is like part of it.
yeah. See, I'm a very busy person, or I was
can
up
tell.
until COVID hit. and I have a very
Oh,
busy
true.
schedule, so I
I
have
mean, you're
no
still
time.
busy because all the other busy people are still like
Yeah,
under the same circumstances.
exactly. Like I have no time to respond right away when he would post his cringe and all his stupid bullshit, and I could never respond to it right away. I get like screenshots from like 5 or 6 people, like, "Did you see what he did? Did you see what he said?" I'm like, "Oh my fucking
Oh
god!"
my god, that's so annoying when you have something to do and everyone's like, "Oh my god, did you see this thing?" And you're just like, "I don't give a fuck. I just want to be away." You've probably even thought about going away from Politigram, didn't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I
Especially
do every 5 minutes about. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
you know how cool my life would be if I didn't like get sucked into
from
this shit.
yeah from September until March, my life was hell, and like I just
Same.
couldn't. Yeah, I just couldn't respond.
The
T
only
knows what I
real
went through.
the only real reason sometimes I stay on Telegram is literally only for the subscribers. Because I really like posting things and having people comment, me talking about things, like seeing what they have to say, building
Yeah.
something all together on a thing. I really think that is great. It's a great part of Telegram, but it's so fucking annoying when like nothing is going on, you can't think, and you're just like, I just wanna like chill for a second. And like certain people, that's not most people. Most people are really fine, but certain people, they get on your nerves because they just don't understand that. They keep on speaking, asking questions, and then other people fight with them, and then like it's just you're just there, and like it's all self-centered around you. And what are you gonna do? You just want to fucking chill. I've had that so many times. We've all had that so many times. And
My
the only
thing
real
was-
reason is because there are so many people that like we can talk to, that follow our accounts, that repost what we post, and that's really the best part of it.
Yeah, my big
That's
thing
really
was
why we're doing it.
until Damien teamed up with me, nobody heard about him. Nobody heard about Leoism. Nobody knew anything about that. And he really hurt my good name in doing that because I brought him around some people. I really anything he would send to me, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, this is based, like let's do it. And then he would post it, and it would be like 80% different than from what he showed me. And he would be like, oh yeah, sorry, bro, I had to change it,
So he's
because
a power control
optics and
freak,
stuff like
bipolar
that.
person.
Yeah,
You're looking
I guess.
You're looking at a possible future serial killer here. When you like read how serial killers behave, what they do, you're looking at somebody who behaves just like them. I'm not kidding.
wouldn't be
I'm not.
surprised. Would not be
Well,
surprised,
Like
honestly.
if it's an attention-seeking, mood-swinging, and also behavioral and thoughtful, disorganized swinger, you're looking at somebody who could easily obsess over an idea that they impulsively take, which would mean he would be an impulsive killer. He would be caught after like 4 or 5 kills, but in the beginning he'd be really good. He would even have a rush from it. He'd just have a rush from everyone looking at him.
That's my biggest thing. He's like an attention whore on steroids.
Well, he's
on
dangerous.
top of being a narcissist. Yeah. And
He's
then on
incredibly
top of it,
dangerous.
he approached me with this ideology that was basically, crypto fascism, crypto natsock. And, I was just like, this is a great way to push the Overton window farther to the right, get our ideas out there. And then he optics cucked on 80% of it. But I have several people with a lot of screenshots basically
How many
saying,
people are looking at our live video right now?
I think we have 3 or 2 right now. 2.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
And just a reminder, this will be replayed on YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll upload it probably
perfect.
by tomorrow
Yeah,
or tonight.
Right at I'm really sad we have to do this. We probably should write at Coalition Party and like make a warning about him, because if there is such a dangerous manipulator out there, we have to strike back. Even
Yeah,
if it's
war.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He buys almost all of his followers.
Dude, I would have gotten an argument with it because I said he has no.
How? Yeah, we need to move on to that now. What does that mean?
Oh,
What does it mean? What did he do?
So you
What's
can
the story?
He bought a shout out from, who was it, Too Savage for Democrats?
yes, a page with 550K.
That,
Yeah.
and he actually probably bought like bots, because there's actually websites where you can buy a couple hundred followers. And then after that,
aesthetics. Is he obsessed with like
Pro-
body
pro-
aesthetics?
bottle, yes, very, very.
Really? Oh fuck. Do you ever heard about Luca Magnotta? You
No,
know the
I
guy
don't
from
have
Don't
any-
Fuck with Cats?
I've heard of him.
exactly
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
He's exactly
Yeah, I've
like
heard
that.
of him.
Oh,
You
okay.
remember
I
the
know what you're talking
website
about.
where he buys all the like with all the fake followers and stuff?
Yes. Yep. That's him.
That's fucking creepy. He is a serial
He
killer.
called me broke because I called him out on it. I swear to God, he called me
Tell
broke.
us
Is he a
speaking-
fucking Asian rich kid? What is that?
No, he called you broke. Meanwhile, he flexes with a C8 Camaro that isn't even his.
How many subscribers does he have? Like 3,000.
At least my fucking.
No, like 1,800
Here's
maybe.
the thing. Here's
That's
the thing.
all?
At least my fucking sports car I own in my. You know, at least I own my fucking sports car. He doesn't own dick. So big flex. I work hard and I bust my ass fucking 65 hours of the week, and he doesn't have dick to show for it.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Also,
By the way.
16, 17, around that age. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, and he posted his mother on Instagram on a story.
Why?
Oh yeah, and then anytime his mom would get in handle of his phone, she'd take it away for like a week, and then say, "Oh, I completely disavow any actions of the right or
Does
the
he have
far right."
an overprotective mother that he hates and loves at the same time? Like loving bodies. This deeper we dig, more he looks like a fucking like a murderer or somebody, a narcissistic killer. This is so
Yeah.
fucking like. This is actually
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
Psycho. Yeah,
This
I know,
is
like
actually kind
Hitchcock's
like
Psycho.
when I watched Don't Fuck with Cats, I was actually like creeped out when you would like let a fucking snake eat the cat so everyone would see it. You know, that's what creeped me out about the guy. And like this is the exact thing. This should creep people out. This guy should be taken down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should do.
He just
Oh
posted
fuck!
something
Who's that?
2 hours
Who
ago.
did? Who just did that cringe?
He-
No, I'm
so-
kidding.
Please spank me. Go ahead.
He just posted
you're about to
something
get
2
2 hours
muted,
just
ago.
H.
post? What did he just post? Everyone shut. What did he just post?
I'll check. Hold up.
well, he has us blocked on our page.
I have a backup.
I can look at him. I can look at him. He didn't block
Oh,
me.
it's just the Julius Evola quote.
Yeah.
The legionary spirit is that fire of one who will choose the hardest road, who will fight. Oh my God. He's quoted.
I didn't know him. Let me follow him.
Talk about the
Meanwhile,
time he
you've
was on the
optics
beach.
cocked on.
Do I really? Okay.
Do it.
Oh well. One. Okay. Actually, okay. Also, I'll also mention he quotes himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. He literally quoted himself in a post he made. And it
How
was
you
fucking
that
hilarious.
narcissistic? Anyway,
Right.
I mean, I guess I'll bring it up, but like, I guess he was talking about how he's at the beach and he was like red pilling these girls about gays or something like that. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. But then he's like, what? He said
Like how one of the girls offered to kiss him, and he's like, "No, I'm saving that for the
God.
right person."
No, be gone, thought.
Also, do you guys know about Chinese authoritarian?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the guy, but like he's sneaky as fuck. Do you know that American coalition? And when the story, he just shouted out Chinese authoritarian.
For no reason.
No, I think Chinese authoritarian always does shoutouts. I've done it with multiple times.
Oh, that's not. I mean, that's.
Yeah, and so does
Yeah.
Yugoslavia.t. He's a great
Oh,
supporter.
yeah.
Of the
Yeah, he's a
But I
G.
really,
That's a
I
G.
really like Mike, whatever his name is.
Yeah, and our boy W from the mountains says he asked me for a shout out before I knew who he was. He got a whole bunch of shout outs from other accounts too. He constantly does that. You know, he's just
Apparently,
Clout
he's
fiend.
investing. I just saw that in his story. He's investing money.
No, he literally like blamed his stocks going down to the Jews, and then I told him that investing is not the best idea right now because
the Jews.
no,
Is he
listen.
fucking
It's obviously
Cartman
the
from
Jews and
South
not
Park?
the current economic crisis that is going on around the world.
And then he's like, well, and then he's like,
God.
and then he said he was being sarcastic, and he's like, well, I double my money. I'm like, bud. I'm like, I just face planted. Like I cannot like fathom how retarded he is.
I can't wait for him to watch South Park and relate to Cartman.
Dude. Exactly. No, see, like you should have invested stocks 6 months ago and then pulled all your money out in March. That's what you
He
should have
just
fucking
shared a
done.
and then the SEC
He just
would
shared
deal
a
with you for
post from
insider trading.
Fitness World 360.
Dude, honestly,
fucking
as
shared
a
a post on
finance major, I
Fitness
could have
World.
seen that coming.
Yeah.
As a finance major, I could have seen that coming. You know, like seriously.
Even as someone completely uninvolved in like the economy, I already knew that was going to happen.
He's
Like,
pro-abortion. He's pro-abortion.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is.
Cringe.
Based. Dems recommend drinking bleach after learning cause an abortion. he wrote based, and then he wrote up support abortion, which means he supports abortion.
That's cringe.
Which is fuck's
Cringe.
sake.
What
What
race is
is-
it?
Fuck sakes.
What
Huh.
guy is this? I don't understand how could someone like think that.
Because he's deranged.
Well, like
Yeah.
I don't even. I think
Political
he's
mad
like
scientist,
only
as T would
like
put it.
mildly dumb,
Yes.
to be honest.
You
He
know,
has to be like somehow like smart enough to like manipulate people. He has to be only mildly dumb if he's
Well,
stupid.
you know, have you
No,
guys
here's the
ever heard
thing.
of the mad scientist like theory? You know, it's like
No.
this person is so smart, but like everything
I don't
they
think
do
so.
is
I
so
don't. I don't.
stupid.
No, he does. No, that's
Yeah.
not a. That's impossible.
heard of it.
That's
No,
impossible.
it's really not.
Actually, if someone's the reality is someone's so smart that people can't understand what they mean. There would be a level of complexity, some kind of structure that you would say, I don't understand this, because your brain switches off because it's too complex. This is just a bunch of words put together. This isn't actually that. This is not someone who's smart.
Because it's
This is
all
someone who's
copied
retarded.
verbatim.
No,
Yeah.
like if there's somebody who's too smart and we can't understand what he's saying, his words would be like set in such a organizedly disorganized way and using numbers and shit. He doesn't do that. He just like makes statements based on feelings. That's very different.
That's
Yeah,
also
I'm not
very
a
true.
like a mental health major. Sorry, can't
That's
relate.
called psychology.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
See,
to.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing. Now with
Go
him, it's where do I even fucking begin? Because he edited so much under a black pen that he'd show me one thing and then he'd post like literally another thing where he just optics cucked on half of it. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And he came for me for solutions on economics because I was a finance major. And I was like, listen, this is what needs to be done. And it's the only thing he fucking said about it. And then half a politogram was like, oh, based. And then he like turns around and he shit talks me saying like, oh, you didn't contribute to anything. I'm like, motherfucker, your economics are
What did
literally
you recommend
everything
to
I
him?
advocate. Okay,
did
so
you,
what I recommended to him was abolishing the Federal Reserve, cutting all foreign aid completely, coming out with a new currency, nationalizing the central bank, and making our money, instead of being backed by a fiat currency, being backed by gold and the American labor force.
Sounds like libertarianism.
How? That's statist as fuck. The central bank would be nationalized.
I mean, yeah, that's the only part that isn't libertarian, but if not, it sounds a lot like the libertarian stuff. Because I used to be like a huge libertarian, that sounds a lot like the stuff they say. So, but like, that's
Well,
cool.
Yeah, no, you would nationalize it with the currency being backed by gold and the American labor force. So that's very statist and protectionist in nature, and that's what you pretty much need for a strong growing economy. So, he ripped that off completely. And then
I'm a big fan of bureaucracy, to be honest. Like,
I'm not.
if everything would be put in bureaucracy, I believe we could organize and reorganize and set a kind of state capitalism to reset and organize people, organize according to industries, who goes where. Well, it goes near corporatism. China is doing it. People like said China is flawed. China is not capitalist. It's state capitalist. Which means many industries are nationalized. And I believe it's way more because we need also to go out to like talk to other countries, because we need to like organize, bring in like certain like things, bring out certain things that's always needed. There, especially with fluctuation.
See, China's a different breed. They're communists, but they're still,
they're not.
It's communist. I'd put them at Nasdaq, honestly, but here's the thing.
They're not really Nazballs because they're not ultra traditionalists. They are.
No, they're not. The fuckers eat bats and cats and dogs.
No, that's their
China's
traditions.
letting in third world immigrants too, so that's not really
exactly
to exploit them. They're exactly they're the entire ideology of person. That's not Bolshevik at all. That's corporatism. That's like industries that are managed by the government to be set in a certain way to regulate society. That sounds like corporatism, which is a way of saying state capitalism in various ways. This is why it's really a good idea, to be honest, because the thing is that they're Chinese. So, of course, they're not as good as us. Imagine we do it with our superiority.
Damn.
All right,
Okay.
so we've kind of derailed from the Damien topic
From the
because
thing. Yeah,
so
true.
so Ari, did you explain the whole beach situation?
Minute.
Correct?
Not really. Like
Um,
he
Go
didn't
ahead,
really
go
tell
ahead.
about how he denied the kiss from the girl because he's like, oh, I'm waiting for someone special.
Yeah.
He probably will never really have like someone he won't like break their heart for in
And
their life.
by the way, considering the way he acts, I'm doubting that even actually happened.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't seem like a
Probably.
type of person. That's something
Big
that his
time
ego made
virgin.
up.
Yeah.
Not even his ego. I think he made it up to get attention or to get somewhere. Because he wouldn't have said it like that. I think not at that moment. If he was he desperate while that happened?
No one knows.
Was he in a low?
Like this was when we like distanced ourselves from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
with
like,
that.
Distance
I mean,
yourself
obviously
from
we've
him.
we've
He
definitely
was
distanced
desperate
ourselves.
and he wanted to look like he had someone in his life, someone that's cool his age, which is a girl.
Yeah,
That seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, he's definitely an egomaniac. I don't believe half the
He's
shit
a
he said.
cunt.
No, exactly.
And he said at one point that he's like the great nephew of some Rothschild.
I started bragging about it.
No. He said he was the 10th cousin to a Rothschild.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is like,
actually
why
true.
should we
That's
even
actually
fucking
true.
trust you in the first place,
Yeah,
bro?
really.
Second off,
If
what
he
would
said
that
he
even
was
make?
some part
That's not
communist,
even
it
like
would make
interesting.
sense,
Like
but,
anyone can be a 10th cousin of anyone.
Exactly.
makes
Like
sense.
some of us here can trace our lineage back to Charlemagne, but that doesn't mean we all have ties to the crown of West Francia.
Yeah, exactly. I could trace my lineage back to Brian Boru. Doesn't mean I'd be the High King of Ireland.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's the thing. Like, it's one thing to like say, oh yeah, by the way, I'm like, the second or third cousin to Oscar Schindler, but I'm not going around bragging about it. And that's not. It's really nothing to brag about, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
You just shoot yourself in the foot.
It's an optics type of
what
thing
is his
when
name?
talking to
Damien Russell.
them.
Does he have a personal account?
He has
Yes.
that's the other thing I
yeah.
wanted to get into. Commander Russell. So we raided his Discord. The
Commander,
a few weeks
Commander,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah, like he's trying to impersonate Commander Rockwell, and it's pathetic.
Yeah, and then some ass kisser of his says, "Oh yeah, he is the next Commander Rockwell."
Yeah, and I kind of started laughing at him.
And
That's
I said,
bullshit.
you need to get your face out of Damien's ass. He said, I couldn't believe it. I was,
He edited his profile picture to make himself look like he had like shiny eyes, like these political figures. He's absolutely egomaniacal at every point.
So
Is there-
Bro.
I kind of, and you know what? I know he's not watching this currently, but someone should send this to him, like once it's on YouTube and everything. I think this should serve as a lesson.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
What?
Because we're just speaking about him. He's going to go against us right now. Especially, it's going to end up in his hands anyways. If it comes to him in a moment that he like believes he's been betrayed, he's going to take more time to like prepare himself or like to go ahead, and that's when we have the time also to like figure out what's going on.
So
Because if we
here's-
keep an eye on him and
Yeah.
if he's becoming incredibly unstable, it's most likely because he found the video.
Yeah, I understand that. So maybe not speed the process up, just kind of keep it at a steady level. But this kind of goes without saying. Like, he has no loyal followers. How many followers how many of us are here? Is there 6? Yeah, out of the 6 of us, what is the combination, the combined amount of followers we have on Instagram?
Like over probably like 3-4. Hold up. So we have what, like 1K. Liam is 1K, and
1,200 we have.
I haven't even reached 300.
I
am
have
500.
So let's just say
500.
on
have
average, because there is a lot
1,200
of
followers.
overlap. There is
I
a
have
lot of overlap.
1,200. So on average, we have 1,200.
Exactly. We have 1,200 followers, and we also do have different people that go against Damien, and that would like to are easy to team up.
We need to team up with him to go get him because he is a danger to us, to everyone.
Yes, and
He is.
that's what we have to do, and we can. And that's not hard to do. That's not hard to round people up against him because he is such a person that everyone does not like, and that is not for no reason. It is there's definitely a reason for it, and that reason is because he's an egomaniac.
He's an egomaniac. He has shit on this movement in every single type of capacity. He has completely disenfranchised every single aspect that we stand for, and he's completely optics cucked on
I've been
everything
looking at his
in the
picture
in
for
the
like
terms
a while now.
in the terms in the terms of gaining personal clout. He's somebody
I've
that is
been looking at his
absolutely
picture for a
cancer
while
to this
now.
movement.
There's something a bit wrong with
That
him.
is my
I've
biggest
been
issue
looking at
with
his
him.
picture. He looks like he's totally just afraid of being thrown away by people all the time. Like the way like he always tries to look like bigger but interesting. Everything in his pictures is set towards him. I think he's just afraid to be like thrown away by people. He's really weak.
He's weak. He's weak not only physically because we have seen pictures of him, like full body pictures, and he has no muscle mass at all. And
No, but he has rage, so be careful. He has rage.
That's nothing. Honestly, to me, like
he has sexual frustration.
understand,
To be honest,
I understand retard strength. Like I've seen it, but like,
Oh, me too.
but like, I don't think he has the capability of reaching that capacity. But for him, not only is he physically weak, but he's also mentally weak.
That's why
Yes,
he latched.
that's what I said.
That's why he latched himself onto me in the first
he
place. Think about it.
He looks exactly like he's absolutely mentally weak and unstable because he's so
like-
afraid to be thrown away by
everybody-
everyone in his life.
Yeah.
That's the only
see,
thing he's afraid. Like when you look
everyone-
at his eyes, like the way he has his eyes being put big, yet like he looks straight into the thing. That is directly like the body language of somebody who's like, "Please don't go away from me. I'll literally do anything." Like fucking hell. It looks like a fucking
he's
thought.
always like latching himself onto me, even though I constantly make fun of him, and it's kind of pathetic.
Dude, honestly,
and,
no.
and
Like,
is he
came-
laughing at?
All right, one at a time, guys.
All right, let L speak.
Yeah, go speak.
Yeah, no, he latched himself onto me first, personally, just because I spoke such a good and true image that he totally blacklighted and everything else. And like every time he would fucking blacklight pen 80% of the shit he originally intended to say. And I'm like, I come back to him every single time. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, oh no, I had to say this because of Instagram and optics and everything else. And I'm like, no, bullshit. Like, what the fuck, dude? And like it just got to such a point where I couldn't even defend his bullshit anymore. And he latched himself onto me just because I was such a good figurehead. And people were like, "Oh well, L fucks with Leoism and all this other shit, so I guess I'll fuck with it too." And then he just started shitting on it. He started shitting on everything in terms of personal clout and
When
clout
people,
chasing
like-
and
When people
all
make
other
fun of
shit.
him, often does he like just laugh and like pretend they're joking, and like
Yes.
just be like, "Okay, so
Yeah,
he's
that's-
exactly like that then."
Or he
Because
comes up
somebody
with
who
some
does
stupid,
that,
or he comes up with some other stupid insult that has literally no correlation to the
and then he
argument.
gets incredibly angry, right? And like
Yep.
isolates
Yep.
himself. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he's the classic person who would be extremely afraid that people go away from him. He'd do anything, even prostitute himself. There have been cases like that. He's incredibly weak physically, mentally, but has sexual frustration. He's narcissistic, but he hates himself. He's probably been thinking about killing himself, but didn't because he's too mentally weak. That would be the profile, to be honest.
Damn. That's
Damn, just run
Oh, you're
your
about
fucking
right.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know. We had fucking a doctor.
I didn't know we had a
honestly. Like,
psychologist
I
expert,
didn't
yeah.
know. I didn't know this was gonna be a psychology lesson. I would have brought my DSM-5 out.
Well, I don't know. I just know when somebody is like somehow because I've studied like a lot of cases when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't matter
I mean,
because
I have
the-
some
the-
similar thoughts. I just
yeah,
I just
like
find, like,
many
studying people
people
that I'm
knows
friends with.
these. Many people know these things. It doesn't matter anyways because what we're talking about here is Damien Russell, and that's him. We need to now we know this. Let's just keep it in our minds and use it to our advantage to not take him down, but more calm him down.
No, I mean, I don't think there is any calming him down. Like it's kind of like a supernova. There's gonna be a big explosion, and there's gonna be nothing
I
left
think
of
he
him.
would be calmed down if he gets a girlfriend. To be honest, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, but we all know the odds of that ever happening.
No, no, you
Yeah.
don't understand. State-sponsored girlfriends. We can push the program now. We can push the kawaii small hentai state-sponsored girlfriends.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I want this to serve a lesson to other people that constantly try and fuck with our shit on Instagram. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's a certain libertarian out there that likes to, or what is he? Are a mutualist?
I think so. It's kind of cringeless, honestly.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Um.
You imagine being like, imagine thinking you can just steal and that should be illegal. Welcome to mutualism.
Yeah. He basically always
Fucking
comments
stupid.
on our shit. Oh, okay, authoritarian. Like he literally did it on our
Yes.
latest YouTube video. On our latest YouTube video on Hunter Avalone, he says okay authoritarian in the comment section. I'm not kidding. Not kidding. So I want this to serve as a lesson for some people such as that. Do not fuck with us because we're not small fish.
Because we're the hood. We're in the hood.
We're a bunch of sharks. We're not small.
Yeah, we're not minnows. We are sharks, and we've collectivized. We are now collectivized against
We're now all
cancer
communists.
we've collectivized against the cancer of polygamy, and
We're sharks in the water, and
actually
we're about to
have, like,
fucking
even-
eat Long John Silver. That's what
Even
that means.
all of us as like people, we've always collectivized since the beginning. Anyone in Politigram that was strong, smart, all these things have always been like, hey, I support you, and anyone against has always been taken down. This has always been the thing, so let's make it an official thing and call something a collective and just all go together like against the people going against us. That's what we do already, so let's make it stronger.
exactly.
So it's a
So
win-win situation.
Should we create like an account about it? That would be
We
actually
already
like
have one.
as far
Yeah.
as stressed
yeah,
as
we
it
technically
is.
already have one, but
Yeah, but it's not really strong or big, isn't it?
we can always build it. Like we reach thousands of people on
My
average.
biggest thing is when everybody's like, "Well, it's not that big. There's not that many people following it." My biggest thing on that is Rome wasn't built in a fucking day. Now was it?
Exactly. We don't
forget
need
that
we
Rome
don't
was
need
going
the
to be
official
burned.
right wingism to go out and say, "All right, guys, go raid
Oh my
this
God.
page." We don't need
No, but I
them.
hate right wingism. That page,
It's impossible.
to be
It's
honest,
impossible.
no, but the thing about right wingism is, did you see them? They look like a bunch of 26-year-old federal agents. Like,
Yeah,
how did they get so many subscribers? Like, it
Because,
wasn't
because
like
they,
built
they
like
are the
slowly.
original. Because
but
they are the original.
No, they're not even that much of the origin. Like, actually, they didn't. They grew up in like 10,000 subscribers really, really fast in like sponsored ways. It looks like it could be federal based, to be honest, because they're all like they look, when I see them, like people who would be working for a government. They're straight. They stand straight. They're buff. It's weird.
They're Albertan.
No, bro.
They're fucking cringe boomers.
They're English.
Like,
Okay.
it looks like it's a probability. I'm not saying it's a thing. I'm just
I
saying
can
it
see
looks like
that,
it.
and that would be the ultimate fucking psyops of the FBI or
Nick
whoever.
Fuentes is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Nick-
Right wingism is confirmed Fed. Come on.
Bro,
Honestly,
holy
like
shit,
I'm
that-
willing to believe that at least one of the admins on right wingism is a Fed before I believe Richard Spencer's a Fed.
Well,
I
he has
think
a
Nick
Jewish
Fuentes
wife.
is Jewish.
He's Afro-Latino. He's definitely not a Jew. He's Afro-Latino.
Nick
which is-
Fuentes is. I liked him in the beginning. I liked his take
So
on
did I.
on modernism, but like when he did that grow purse thing, I went like,
yeah, he just
okay,
slowly became more and
I'm
more
out.
cancer.
Honestly,
because
like
he's
he
too
was
much
not.
into optics. He is.
Yeah, no, he is. And the thing is, he didn't do that with enough competence.
He's
Now,
trying
see-
to take the conservatives and put them into his movement. which is not the paleo-conservative movement, by
It's
the
a
way.
Zoomer movement. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of
Well,
Zoomers.
that's
Yeah.
the thing I
Take
love about it. That's the thing. Like, I love technology. It's great. Like, like the entire ideology.
I like
Brand,
paleocons.
Let's
I
go
like
live in like a
paleocons.
bunch of like fucking countryside houses. That's fucking dumb. Like, we
Yeah.
just need to like find a way to like keep the things like that are good, and at the same time, like find like a way to organize. Sure.
All
But we
need
can't
to
just
do-
let go in cities, for example, or order cleanliness, healthcare. Like that's retarded.
All we need to do is read the Industrial Revolution and its consequences.
I like the
Oh,
Industrial
Oh, that's
Revolution.
what-
All right, yeah,
This
our
part-
Department
The
of Homeland
Industrial
Security.
Revolution is good. It
You
is.
just went to the base department, T. My biggest thing is I like paleocons in a capacity that they can push the Overton window farther to the right, just because I have such disdain for neocons and their vapid
God.
bullshit, and they
10
don't
minutes.
really
I
stand
hate
for anything.
libertarians more than I hate liberals. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Liberals at least have a stance on something and can be shown. Libertarians
Is that
literally
left
believe
libertarians
in
or right libertarians?
nothing. When I was a
Kinda-
libertarian, I barely hung on the ideologies just because of my hate of government I had at the time. Like, that was, like, it was just the fight
I
against
think when
government.
everyone first starts working and sees that first paycheck, and depending on what state you live in, and you see, how much taxes are taken out, and then you're like, well, where the fuck?
18% for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where the fuck is all this going to? And then you look around and you see all of the fucking derelicts and degenerates that get the tax money
Yeah.
and benefits.
You
and
take
welfare.
200.
And then
yeah.
and then the roads aren't even paved.
Yeah, and
If
and-
you
Yeah.
if somehow the government would, instead of fucking giving it for welfare for immigrants, which is 60% of the welfare of America going to, by the way, if instead the
exactly.
government would be like, when you pay your taxes, you see your paycheck, oh fuck my taxes, but then somehow the money comes back and better food in nationalized industries of like things everyone fucking likes, like good movies, good food, good everything. You see poor people getting money and then buying stuff from your fucking store, then you'll
We
be
should-
happy that you paid the taxes.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yeah.
this is the government can only take taxes if it gives them back to the people somehow. If not, if it doesn't give them back to the people, rather immigrants, then it's a crime.
It's
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
it.
Everyone knows.
I
Guys.
love how
Everybody knows that.
Guys.
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes till the Zoom.
All right. I love how in 1776 we revolted over a fucking tea tax, but we're okay with income tax,
3%.
sales
Yeah,
tax,
3%.
sin tax.
3%.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my income is taxed at 18% every fucking 2 weeks.
And how much, like, not to be indiscreet, like, how much between which marks do you make?
I make decent money enough to, wear $1,200 Movados, drive $30,000 sports cars. So I have a nice life. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
And I
I mean,
fucking work-
18% is 18%?
Yeah,
That's
18%
not,
income tax.
is that really that bad?
Yes, it is. It's about $200 a paycheck,
Well,
which
say-
comes out to about
I was about to say, yeah, take
So-
every $100 you have and take $18 out of it. Like,
yeah.
that's,
And
a,
I've
that's a
earned-
lot,
Yeah.
in my opinion. That's $18
I'd,
you
I'd
can
like
use on
that if
groceries.
I'd like that if it's given back to poor people, but it isn't. That's what like.
No, it's
if,
not,
For
yeah.
example, it would be given back to poor people. It would be given back to like making deals with like companies like Nestle to bring more good quality Nestle in stores. For example, that you would like, right?
Nestle
you
exploits the
would be
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah, because you're creating American jobs.
Yeah,
But
no,
no,
because
here's the
because
thing.
also it's not about jobs. You would also eat fucking good ass fucking cereal.
Nestle exploits the environment.
Who
Yeah,
gives a fuck?
exactly.
Like if we
Now, see,
organize
like,
the
my choice
environment
of
in
eggs-
places and don't
My
Go
choice
back
of
this morning.
breakfast. My choice of breakfast is 3 eggs scrambled with cheese,
What did I miss?
pork roll, oatmeal,
I
and
have
weight
no
gainer.
Oh, we're talking
Oh,
about
he
That's
called it
my-
pork roll.
Yeah, I did. I called it pork roll. Central Jersey calls it pork roll. North Jersey is the only one that calls it Taylor ham because they're a bunch of fucking
It's a
Benny.
shame Central Jersey doesn't.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't,
don't know what
doesn't
either of
exist.
that is.
Central Jersey does exist.
gonna
All right.
All right, we're not getting
Hey.
into this. We're not getting into this. This will be another shirt.
I will.
But let's finish
TNR
up this
no
Damien
idea
Russell
what it means, but I'll just see.
compilation or whatever.
Oh yeah, basically he's a fucking fraud, and half the shit I put into it, he optics cucked on 50% of it, and that's why it's lost his appeal. Which is why he had to
rename himself
rebrand
to
it.
Pussy Fraud.
And
How
he's
big is
never
the
going to do
problem?
that because it would hurt his fucking ego too much. He's
Nobody
like-
would do that in the first place.
No, like I sent a bunch of DM screenshots to Discord where fucking he was like, I stopped talking to you in the summer. I was like, why? Because I fucking worked too much and I had no time.
He's
Like
on
once
Di-
the
He's on
like
Discord. That's cringe.
Yeah, it's
no
not
no
on
he
Discord
sent it
right
to
now,
me.
boys.
Yeah, as we're on
Cringe.
Discord right now.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe.
No, he screenshotted me a bunch of shit, and then I just sent it to the Discord with everybody. And I was just like, listen, I'm tired of this fucking bullshit. Like, I really am. I just had to walk away from him, and I fucking fully defected. I was just like, fuck this. Like, he's
So
too out there.
so basically, yeah, and we helped L, basically leave that
We-
in a healthy.
Yeah, we kind of helped
way.
him.
Like because we felt we felt like he was entrapped in that. Like the shackles were on him tight. And we got him out of there, and we're happy to bring him into the fold with Triumvirate Productions. Basically,
How big is the probability that actually Damien will see this?
But like, well, how many people on the stream right now?
only one viewer. So
Okay,
if anyone could
so-
go into their Instagram and start
As long as we're not like shouting this view out or like talking about Damien Russell, like the probability is like incredibly low, because I don't think the one viewer is going to unless if it is Damien Russell.
No, it's not. I think I know who it is. I think W.
Russell.
Are you still there? Is W still there? Type in the chat.
Yes, sweet.
Now, see, here's the thing. Like, I wanted to walk away from the movement a long time, and he just
But the
had too
movement's
much.
important. That's the thing.
It is. It is.
Each time I want to walk away, I'm just like, then I see stuff and like I need to keep on fighting.
Yo, Austin, can you hear me?
I can't
No,
just
see,
stop.
that's where
There's
I'm
a
at.
war.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. And like I wanted to walk away from the American coalition for so long just 'cause it was such cringe, vapid bullshit. And like I didn't know where else to turn to. And now I'm with a movement that finally respects my ideals and
He's in
will actually
the office.
enable my
Somewhere.
creative thought put of everything I wanted to do. Where he would just take it
So
and
Joe,
just
like, you can just
optics
sit in
cuck it
Alex's
into
chair.
oblivion. And then, it's not, it's like, what the fuck? This is nothing I wrote. This is nothing
All right, guys. By the way, the Zoom is live.
Okay.
I'm in.
Oh,
Yeah, I
boys!
can go right to the note.
Oh,
Okay, how
boys,
do I
it's
join?
live.
How do I
Let's
join?
go,
Link,
let's
I'm-
go, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
How do I join the Zoom?
I'll send you a link. Actually, hold up.
Okay.
Where you want me to put it?
I'm just gonna. All right, it's yeah, it's in the chat.
Okay, I
Okay.
want
I'm already on
everyone
the
to go
Zoom
on
here.
Instagram and start
All right, I'm recording this for my own research. Please, 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 dude. If I can get in, I swear to God.
Also, so you don't have to worry about your mics going live. They have the raise hand feature.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna be on camera. I'll be done, and then I'll just
I'm in. I'm in, boys. I'm in. I'm in.
You gotta make sure Dom's on though.
I'm gonna enter full screen for our viewing
Yeah.
pleasure. Yeah, whoever is our one viewer, go ahead and start going around the list.
So you have, you're gonna be on the call, right?
Yeah.
So you need to stall for 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
Bro, why the hell am I always
If
kicking?
he talks in here,
I have no idea, bro.
Yes.
Bring as much.
Plus, the other truth is, if I be in this in the studio,
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm good for my audio.
And so, Austin, if I were you, I would step out until you get this finished.
Okay.
So if you have to delay.
All right, boys, who's on that?
Introduce and yada, yada, yada. And you should be.
All right, Tommy, you're in.
Oh, okay, now I'm in.
Right
Dude,
now,
talk to me,
all
like-
I see is me.
Well, yeah. How can you? All I see is Austin Smith.
Yeah, I think that's the dude hosting it. I don't know.
Yeah. But
Dude, I want. Oh my God. We're so close to glory. We're so close. Oh my
Big
God.
facts, my guy.
I'm gonna speak first to this man. I don't know if I should go with the U.S.'s Liberty incident or immigration. Chad Kubis.
It says your
I'm
meeting
only
is
seeing
going.
my page.
Huh?
I'm only seeing my
Wait,
page.
Chad Cubis. Like, I don't know. Like, does it say my name?
From they can, all the panelists can see. I said yo. I don't know, dude. All right.
Well,
Guys,
yeah,
I think
because
I'm
I
in.
can't see what you said.
I typed it.
It says to all panelists. Your text.
My
Guys,
God,
there's
I want
only
to. I
one
want to.
Guys,
Please.
I want you to. I want you to spread this like wildfire. Any and all group chats you're in, start sending. Start telling them.
Wait, am I doing this right? Because this is just I only see me.
Guys, is anyone talking in the Zoom chat?
Not yet, but
I don't hear anyone.
I have Ryan Fournier as what I'm looking at.
Yeah, me too.
All right, hold on. Let me join this real quick.
Okay, that's. I should have probably sent that to our autocrat friends.
Wait, Ryan, what's the meeting ID?
There's a link. There's a link in our Zoom chat. There's a link.
In our
Yeah,
Discord.
somehow the link doesn't need a password. I think the link is glitched.
Shit, Hi H. Sorry, I didn't see that you you left.
Guys, you still have the shrine guy?
Yeah, Ryan
Fournier.
Fournier.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Fuck. I'm trying to join. Freaking out.
Finally. The final battle.
The final battle.
The fucking Groiper Wars. And we're not even Groipers. We're just third positionists.
Who's Ryan Fournier?
I think he's one of the dudes hosting it.
Yeah.
Let me
Well,
look
it's
up
8
the name.
o'clock, guys. Let's come on.
Like, let's go, Charlie Kirk. Small head.
Let's go.
Come
See, if we
on.
lived in Mussolini's Italy, the trains would be on time.
Based.
Ultimate comedy achieved.
Thank you.
Dude, he was born
You're
in New
welcome.
Jersey. What the hell?
Who Oh, it's
Let's go! Yes, we're in, boys! Junior! Ah! Let's go! We are in! We are in! Oh my God! Yes!
Hey, John Kim.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Terrible.
Long time no see. We're just waiting for Charlie to get on.
We're waiting for Charlie,
get the
guys.
show
He's
on the road.
fashionably late.
No worries, let's do it.
Liam, you're echoing.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
The audio is too loud on the other.
Okay.
Trump.
Bruh, this is cringe, holy shit.
Dude, it's so awkward.
Hey, Donald Trump Jr. If you ever see this, which I highly doubt, can you set me up with Tiffany Trump by any chance?
Thirst.
Bruh.
Somebody needs a drink.
Hey, I know where I rank. I know I'm not going for Ivanka.
Guys, they closed the camera, right?
That's not
You're savage.
Hold up.
Bro,
Lemon chicken piccata is amazing.
Oh my God. I should have gotten. Someone needs to go and clip that. Someone should go on DLive and clip when we saw Donald Trump Jr.
Dude, I'm recording this whole thing. Dude, I'll be back. Piss.
Oh, they muted their microphones.
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, is anyone using Zoom on his phone, or are y'all using Zoom on the computer?
I'm on the computer, obviously because I'm streaming it. Students for Trump. Is that Charlie? Is that Charlie? Come on.
Students for Trump. I think that's Charlie.
Come on, Charlie. Show us your fucking face.
You're
Come on, I want to see that.
Hope you're doing great. Thanks for tuning in tonight to our Students for Trump broadcast. As you see, I have the only college that I'm officially affiliated with because of
Ew, small head.
and because of the honorary doctorate there, Liberty University. I hope you guys from all across the country are doing great. We have a real treat for you tonight, none other than Donald Trump Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle. And we are sending out those books to those of you guys that participated last time. So God bless you for that. And we have some pretty fire podcast episodes coming up on the Charlie Kirk Show. But let's just get right into it. You know, there's no need to waste any time. I'm honored to welcome the one, the only, the incredible Donald Trump Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle. Amazing work for our country. Don is a New York Times bestseller. Kimberly is the national finance chairwoman for the entire Trump campaign. Can you guys hear me? Are you guys there?
Yeah, we got you, Charlie. I'm here. The one and only. So which one's the one and only? Is it me or is it Kim? Because I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, you can be the one.
You guys can flip a coin. So,
guys, we don't. What is this?
Flip a shekel.
That sounds like a participation medal. I want to know the damn answer.
It might be a cop out, but in order for me to keep my standing, it's Kim. So sorry, Don. That's
simp. Simp.
Okay, Charlie Kirk. I'll remember. No, I'm not available, Charlie. I won't be available.
Yeah, nice ass teeth.
Couple of years.
Everybody knows you, Charlie.
$1 million.
And by the way, Charlie, congratulations on your book. Also,
thank you very much.
Bestseller. Well done. The man who wrote the foreword to that is a brilliant individual in the conservative movement.
I agree.
Neocon Phil.
How many retweets have you gotten from the President of the United States?
And by the way, in all fairness, it's bullshit. You got more retweets on your book than I did on my book, and this is my dad. This from the president. Now, I guess
you're not his
every
favorite.
time he hit retweet,
Barron's his favorite.
To get rid of the presidency, so I guess it's probably you can do it a little bit easier with you. They don't give him as much of a hard time.
Favorite kid.
I did a barrage of Charlie Kirk retweets from my father.
I have to give him
Charlie got more that week than I got in the last year. What the hell is going on?
Well, I did write the MAGA doctrine, so I can understand it to a certain extent. But anyway, thanks for joining tonight, guys. How are you guys hanging up in quarantine? I know, KG, you've been cooking a lot.
Oh my God!
Daddy boy in the kitchen.
Chicken piccata with the fabulous capers, everything waiting for after this, and pilaf.
I'm not even from the fucking country.
And Charlie, you know us. As long as we've been dating, you've been part of sort of the inner sanctum. How many times have you even heard about Kim cooking prior to quarantine?
Well, we have been
not a regular occurrence. Let's put it that way.
Like zero, Charlie. Like absolutely zero. I'm not buying the hand that
don't buy the hand that feeds you.
This is an impressive. I mean, she literally took up cooking about 3 weeks ago and has crushed it. And I don't mean just like making dinner. I mean like gourmet stuff. It's been awesome. So
let me talk.
Has been quarantining myself with Kimberly.
How many
Please, I'm
Joe. A lot of pounds. She hasn't killed me yet, though I'm working on it because that's we all have to set goals for ourselves, and but it's been good.
No, it's been good. It's been good, right? We rise to the occasion.
Simp.
There's so many blessings and skills and things about ourselves that perhaps we don't even know. But during this time, I think God has brought it out in all of us, some of our best aspects and characteristics.
Let's go, boys.
And it just
She
goes
looks
to show you when you put your mind to something, there isn't anything that you cannot achieve if you believe. And that's where I come from.
Amen. Yes. I want everyone to follow the instructions on the sign behind you. Text Trump to 88022.
No,
KG, tell us from the campaign, how's the campaign adapting to this? It's kind of changed campaigning, hasn't it? Because there's so many students out here, Students for Trump, largest organization out there to actually get the president reelected on campus across the country. These students are active. They want to get involved. Tell them how the campaign's adapting to it and how they can help the president get reelected this November.
I have to tell you, I think single-handedly, this incredible army of Students for Trump that you have created with your heart and with blessing,
the 9-year-old
is
army
really going to be the game changer. It's transformative because that is the future of this country. Because it's not just about this election, which obviously is important. It's imperative that we get Donald Trump reelected because this is really, and I know you believe this with your heart and soul, Charlie, the most important political election.
The last Republican.
Really, more than ever, we need the president to
leaving
be
on a high note,
and we can't do it without the hearts and minds.
Oh, get out of here!
So
faggot!
Someone needs to look her up. I want to see if she's Jewish.
What's her name? Kimberly.
Really makes a difference. For so long,
I'll Google it. Hold up.
Democrats own that space. okay? Because they were sitting there indoctrinating and manipulating the minds of young people, giving them no
Yeah,
choice,
who's
no
manipulating them,
path,
Kimberly? How about we talk about that? What fucking religion do they follow? What ethnicity are they, Kimberly?
You cannot provide
Hold up
for
here.
yourselves, you can't get healthcare,
T,
jobs,
she's
nothing
a
without
Puerto
us. They
Rican.
wanted them to be
She's
reliant
half
on the
Puerto
government.
Rican and Irish, and she's a
Really,
Catholic.
big government sucks.
Sucks.
Okay?
Yes, it does.
Big government is epic. What are you talking about?
It's
Oh, I'm
failed
gonna crush you. Oh my
spectacularly everywhere else. And what we've done is what you've already been successful at, which was transferring overnight in less than 24 hours to a virtual campaign. We have Team Trump online every single night. I have one that's coming tomorrow night. Women for Trump.
That's Based.
Regina and Katrina Cameron.
Why can't we speak?
Madison just
We can't speak yet. They're just speaking about turkey chicken. Is anyone on the Zoom call?
Yeah, we're all
in, bud.
I mean, look at you, Charlie.
Okay, good. Why the fuck is she speaking about God and chicken? They have nothing to do with each other.
Movement in this country and gave them a space to be able to express their viewpoints and their opinions.
And they also had socialism in the middle, which like had nothing to do with the topic.
We've all been there together, right? And said, hey,
each time they say socialism, let's debate
shame you into believing something you don't believe. And so we're trying to reach out and do that through this virtual campaign.
Well, and like I said, what we're talking about, while we have the youth on, I mean, there's so much they can do, whether it be volunteering, whether it's the local GOP office, state GOP office.
How you doing, fellow kids?
We've seen that they exist, Charlie. I mean, how many thousands of people do we speak to when we go to these college tours? I mean, the universities usually screw us, and they give, we have 5,000 tickets sold, and they give us an area that holds 1,000. But they're there, and
dude, he has his bottom teeth just like Trump,
and that you've been able to come out and be a little bit more vocal. I mean, that's why organizations like Turning Point are so important, because you can do it. And I think, for me, as someone maybe not quite as young as I'd like to believe that I am, though perhaps I act younger than I am. There's a lot you can do right now, and it's also going to help you later on in life, not just politically and all of these things, but volunteering, door knocking, making calls, doing those kind of things that puts you out of your comfort zone. Honestly, I believe that for the young people, and this is obviously who we're talking to, that's going to pay dividends for you throughout. Like, you can get used to getting over some of those uncomfortable moments, talking to someone for the first time, pitching them on something, asking for donations. You do that a little bit, you do it again. It's like public speaking. You just get better at it. And so I think it's one of those things that, one thing I could tell the young people, do that, get out of that comfort zone for yourself now. It won't just help us in 2020, which, we have a selfish motive for wanting that, but it's going to pay dividends for you and yourselves later on in life, because it's an invaluable skill set you got to learn.
Yeah.
And frankly, Charlie Kirk does that probably better than anyone, because I've seen him do it, but put yourselves out there and do it. You'll get a lot out of it beyond politics.
Yeah, and so Don, I want to get your opinion, and then KG, I got a question for you. But Don, I want to get your opinion of the breaking news that Hillary Clinton has endorsed Joe Biden today. So the fact that she wants to, the question is, does Joe Biden remember who she is? That's the real critical question of this whole thing. Joe Biden is the most corrupt vice president in American history. He was the most corrupt father-son duo in political history, if not all history, the last 100 years, like the Gambino crime family, where he just sent his son to go do the dirty work of, selling our country out. So Don, what do you make of Hillary Clinton with the endorsement, Joe Biden, and this ridiculous corrupt relationship he has with the Chinese Communist Party? How are you processing this? How should we as Trump supporters go about advancing what's happening right now?
Well, I think we got to talk about it. I mean, the fact that the media is not even talking about, has not even mentioned that Joe Biden's son, Joe Biden, who's been on TV saying China's not a threat, they're not our competition, they're not anything. If there's one thing that COVID-19 has taught us, and all of the lies and the propaganda coming out of the Chinese government that's been adapted by mainstream media, is
North Korea doesn't have a COVID-19 problem.
Donald Trump's the first president in modern history to do that. He actually got trade deals done with China that everyone said couldn't happen, that would never happen, would never get done. Donald Trump's been saying this all along. We're learning now in the pandemic and from the pandemic is that the MAGA agenda that Donald Trump ran on was more correct now now than we ever thought it was, and we always
Yeah, I
believed in
know.
it.
Trust
The
me, I'm a
reality
hot
is this:
commodity.
if Donald Trump Jr. did what Hunter Biden did,
Yes.
Oh, who the fuck
$1.5
talks about
billion
socialism? Shut
with
the
a B,
fuck up,
billion.
retard. I don't even
People would lose
advocate
their
for
minds if I took
socialism. I advocate for
$1.5 from the
Nobody
Chinese
understands
government. The media would go,
socialism
crazy.
and
Socialism
For those
only
of you
works
who are
with
young and don't know how funds
demographics,
necessarily
and you
work,
have to have like a
if
90% white
Hunter Biden
country
is
for
a
socialism to
manager,
work in theory.
the way the
So,
fee structure on these funds,
essentially, it would
that
be
no one had ever
national
heard of. So he
socialism
also
either
got
way.
funds out of the Chinese government
So,
faster than the greatest
Base
investors in the
Department.
history of Wall
That
Street.
you and I both
Hunter
know.
did
They have to go there for 30 years and they don't get anything. But yeah, exactly.
Hunter Biden in 5 days got 1.5
Do
billion
they
from the
understand
Chinese
what
government.
socialism
So
It really is.
just the fee
No,
structure.
I want to
Most
challenge
of
him
us
to a
like a
cage
2
fight.
and 20 structure, right? 2% management fee, 20%
L
of the
challenges
profits if
Charlie
there are any.
Kirk to a cage fight. Let's go,
2%
boys.
management fee on $1.5 billion
Guys, will there
is
be a Q&A?
$30
Will be
million
there a Q&A in this?
a year.
Can they stop
A year.
speaking and can they start zooming?
Joe Biden's got to make sure, and has a big incentive to make sure.
Dude, his lip movement is like
that
Trump.
They're
I
never
swear to
pushing
God,
back
he's
on
really
the
a son.
Chinese. Their entire family depends on it
Is he
because
a
we know
son?
Hunter's not exactly.
Oh, well, he's
accomplished a lot
Donald
of other
Trump
things.
Jr., so
Yeah,
it makes
if it
sense.
wasn't for that.
I
So
don't know a lot.
part of that is the hypocrisy of what goes into this. I mean, again, if I took $1.5 from them, they'd be losing their minds. Hunter Biden can take $1.5 billion and make $30 million a year as a journeyman investor that no one's ever heard of, and it's like nothing to see here. So we know that Joe Biden is not going to push back on China. We know that Joe Biden is not going to make the tough decisions like shutting down travel from Wuhan. You know that he's not going to focus on bringing back American manufacturing from the people who literally threatened to withhold antibiotics from our potential sick Americans, even though we invented the antibiotics, came up with it, but because we're so dependent on them for manufacturing, they were going to withhold that from us. We really have to reassess that entire relationship, and so should the rest of the world, because
That's right.
the world learned about China's lies. They're only focused on taking care of China. It's not going to be doing good anywhere else. It's about power. And if China spent a little bit more time feeding their people rather than spending billions trying to steal our military technology and the IP of the rest of the world and business, maybe they wouldn't be eating rats, and maybe we wouldn't be in this situation.
That makes no sense.
So you got to really ask yourself the question:
what?
Who do you want leading that charge? And no logical person, no sane person could say it's Joe Biden because that guy's nowhere near 50% of the time.
What a fucking
That's
idiot.
exactly right. And he sold out our country to the Chinese Communist Party. You said it best. The Titans, the smartest people in New York, they have to work decades just to get a meeting with the head of the Chinese banks to be able to secure funding. And Hunter Biden takes a flight on Air Force Two and comes back with $1.5 billion. So KG, 5 days.
No, potentially.
It's
China,
the
if we're as
greatest-
mean
I
as
asked one of the,
them, they wouldn't do
multi-billion-dollar
anything. As long as
investor
they would
guy
do
I know,
anything, we would be
quite
meaner
well.
to them because
I
we're
go,
bigger.
how long did it take you? And
Full
I'll
of
say
white
his name.
people.
And he goes, it took me 9 years. This is a guy that's bought and sold
What are
multinational
small Asians
corporations
gonna
that
do to
everyone
white
would
people?
know the stock symbol for, let alone their names.
Exactly.
And it took him 9 years with a 30-year track record of success. Hunter Biden with DUI, strippers, all of the crazy. He does it in 5 days. Come on, guys.
Can you
Come on, guys.
Well,
He literally just said.
And of course, the good news is that Joe Biden's now a grandfather. But speaking of Joe Biden and news that the media doesn't want to cover, KG, it seems as if this Tara Reid thing is not going away. Now, look, we believe in innocent until proven guilty, right? We believe that everyone deserves suitable defense and the presumption of innocence. We remain that way. But KG, you and I, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Already now they've been proven to be totally false and manufactured.
She said we're ready now. I got fucking excited. I thought the release, like when someone's fucking coming, like I thought that like the Zoom was gonna start, but no, she's talking about what the fuck is she talking about? You have actual video evidence, Joe Biden. Like for fuck's sake, can she shut the fuck up with her broom head?
Calling in, talking about this, documenting other people coming forward. The media wouldn't Zoom.
I had to lower
I
it
want
to the list.
Bloomberg to win. I want Nasbol.
CNN, who had the
I want
exclusive and had the
Nasbol
actual
Bloomberg
video
to
of
marry
the
Kim
lyrics
Yo
in
Jong.
1993, and
Interactive
refused to put it on until they were publicly.
Was it even called that? Hold up.
Goes to show you
I
the
match.
current double
They must have got
standard,
tipped off
which
about
is
their boy
What the
first.
fuck are they doing? I wanna
in this
fucking
media, 'cause they're
talk to
so
them
in the
already.
bag for Joe Biden. They're
Ah.
like covering for him.
And
It's
that's why we
unbelievable.
need
Chat
so many
disabled.
people like this.
Do
That's
you
why we
guys
need
can
young
you guys see the
volunteers out
chat
there doing these things because it
on
is
the
an
Zoom
uphill
thing?
battle. It's not a fair fight. You know, when the allegations, many of which
Because
now
there's
have been
typed
walked
something
back
in the
against
chat before it
Brett
got
Kavanaugh
disabled.
came
It
out,
just said,
it
guys,
was
hello,
gospel.
is this the
It wasn't.
chat?
No one questioned. Well, where did it
Everyone
happen?
was
I don't
fucking
know.
confused.
When did it happen? I don't know. Who did you
What
tell
the
about it?
fuck are
I
they?
don't remember. I mean, it literally was. You know, it was so important that Dianne
I
Feinstein
wanna
sat on
type
it for
cum
3
in the
months
chat.
because everyone knew it was
I wanna
BS.
type dick and
Everyone knew it,
balls.
but they ran with it as though it was gospel. These things that
Man,
have
shut
now
up.
been
Let us
corroborated
read you.
25 years later,
Can you
before anyone had any idea of where this could have possibly gone. You know, they will do whatever they can, Charlie, to sweep this thing under
Whatever
the
it
rug.
takes.
You know, you talk about the Hillary endorsement. The only thing that Joe Biden and Hillary have in common is maybe they're used to trying to figure out how to demean the women who
I
they
gotta
used to
go.
say
I thought
they
he was gonna say they're
believe,
both rapists.
you know,
I
to
would've,
protect
like,
the
lost it.
significant others in your
Got to
lives.
go.
He
That
should
are
have.
really
Both child
disgusting.
Can I
What's
say
going
this
on?
too? I mean, this is a man
Yeah.
who did want to be. I mean, look at the long history of horrific behavior towards women, sexual assault allegations, groping, assault,
take this.
battery, all of this.
Like, this is
Okay,
just
no
gonna
one's
become
like
a fucking
disputing it or saying that
podcast
it
of
isn't
fucking
true.
misery right now.
And so we're supposed
This is
to
just gonna be a
entrust the
circle
American
jerk.
presidency as a mother. I
As
say
a
to
Guys,
myself,
I'm going to
really?
head out
whenever
because
Do you
use
want
this
as
is
a
that
really
mother,
getting
man
your
as
boring.
the
fucking
commander in chief and the
argument
most
probably should be
important
just
office
done.
in the world?
Yeah.
That this is some
Your
I'm
argument
I'm gonna
should
get a
be
drink.
done.
because the
Yeah,
media's
I'm
not
getting a
telling me
fucking
If this
anything.
becomes a
going to-
giant neocon circle jerk, let's just fucking
Every
edit it
woman
out,
there
to be
should
honest.
say, I stand against
Guys, I'm
the
going to head out because
candidacy
it's really getting
and
boring. They
presidency
don't
I just
say
want to
anything.
ask him, like,
Joe Biden.
hey,
This
you're
is not the
staunchly
person
against
who
any
leads
type
the
of
Oval
form
Office.
of
Anyone
racial
that works
supremacy.
around
What
is not
makes
a
But maybe
Zionism
you
so
missed
different?
you know, it's believe all women except those accusing Democrats. Because I mean, listen,
Keith Ellison, all of them. Exactly right.
I mean, Keith, you can name the list. I mean, they can literally have these things in their record and be
Oh, you're
elevated
half
to
right. You're
high
bringing up some
positions within
half
the
right
DNC.
points right now, but still, you know. Explain why you
It's
shill
mind-boggling,
for
but again,
fucking Jews
I think
in
it's just
Israel, to be
indicative of
completely
the
honest.
general matchup that we are there. When you have what they do to us and some of our friends, and in social media, you got the pop culture out of Hollywood. You have a mainstream media complex that's decided to be the marketing wing of the Democrat Party. I mean, those are three major influencers, billions of dollars worth of influence coming out of those things, just arbitrarily taking faulty positions, running with them most of the time. Like you saw the hit piece they tried to do on us on China. Trump owes. We were wrong. Trump doesn't actually owe Chinese, billions of dollars. But it didn't stop it from being a narrative for 48 hours that Joe Biden retweeted and talked about 4 times to try to take away from the things that he's actually been doing in his family. It's amazing.
The truth
and you see that time and time, whether it's Joe Biden with China, whether it's Hunter Biden in China, whether it's Hunter Biden in the Ukraine. Do you think that they would have had a bigger problem with me if I went out and knocked up a stripper and then spent 3 years trying to avoid child support? I have a feeling that stripper would be the #1 most requested interview in the world. But Hunter Biden, no, we're going to leave it alone because it hurts their narrative, and they know it. But that's how despicable they are. They truly are the enemy of free thought and of the people at this point.
Yeah, and it just seems that the
As
more
long as we don't
that
criticize Israel,
I think
they
they
forgot
what
to
I'm
mention the Jews.
perplexed though is that what are the
As long as you don't
Democrats
criticize Israel,
when they're
boys,
honest with
right?
themselves in their private conversations? Joe Biden doesn't know what state he's in. He confuses his wife with his sister. He confused what day the election was on. He probably confused what country his son sold us out to. He calls potential voters lying
That's a
dog.
long list, Charlie. So I'm going to forgive him that one. But you're right. No, but you're 100%. If Donald Trump made one flagrant Joe Biden error, meaning an error that Joe Biden is making on a
Yes.
daily basis.
Yeah.
Every television
I'm pausing.
psychologist would be on TV saying,
Damian Russell.
25th
They don't like
Amendment,
hearing themselves
he's
talk.
got Alzheimer's.
This is just
he's in the
such an
late stages of
egotistical
dementia.
circle jerk.
When Joe
It's not
Biden
even
does
funny.
it every day, it's no longer a cute
We're
gaffe
22 minutes into it.
Really
We are a
doesn't
whole
know.
fucking
So,
Seinfeld
people and
episode into
voters
this
have to
shit,
understand, who
boys.
exactly are you voting for? Because this guy's not going to be the decision maker. So they try to play him off as though he's a moderate, but, well, is it going to be like the House, where AOC and Rashida Tlaib are pushing around Nancy Pelosi, so the radical wing of the left is really making the decisions? Because I don't think anyone believes that Joe Biden's going to be in charge of things if he were to win this thing. So, it's pretty scary.
He's going to be a puppet of
The
left.
most glaring, the two most glaring, and they happened in the last 2 weeks. There's honestly too many to list, but you see that Joe Biden was in a teleprompter interviewing Bernie Sanders during that endorsement.
Scary.
I mean, think about that. This is a colleague from the Senate where Joe Biden was in there for 30-something years. I mean, they've known each other for decades. And he needed a teleprompter to have a basic conversation with a colleague of his.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then he did the COVID response, presser, and he forgot both of his points. He had 2 points to make. Now, I'd give him a little slack if he had 35 points to make and he forgot point number 29. But he had 2 points to make, and he forgot them both. It's not like he's been out on the road working that hard. I mean, he's locked in a basement. He had all day to prepare, and he can't remember the 2-point thesis that he had. I mean, are we serious?
Yeah.
People, this guy could be
He's
in charge of the nuclear football?
Grossly incompetent. He is not qualified or in any way, shape, or form able to serve as commander.
Okay, let me speak, whore.
Well, you're right. That was the thing that was funny in this week, which was sort of amazing, because it's hard to believe this is where we are. But the U.S. intelligence agencies, I guess, released some of the documentation, declassified some of the documentation that was caught in the Osama bin Laden raid with our friend, Rob O'Neill took out Osama bin Laden. So they get all this intelligence, and they released it this week, or at least it became news this week, because I'm sure the media tried to cover it for it. But Osama bin Laden wanted to assassinate Obama because it would put Joe Biden in the presidency. And he said, and I quote, "He's so unprepared that it would destroy America." I mean, think about that. So a decade and change later, he's the Democrat nominee. The guy that Osama bin Laden wanted to be president of the United States because his incompetence would destroy America from the inside. I mean, that this wasn't major news and that so few people would cover it, again, shows you the battle that we are in, which is why it's so important for so many of the people
Osama
to be
bin
involved.
Laden and China. That's who loves Joe China, Beijing, Biden. So there you go. Make your decision.
Oh, that was so cringe. Beijing,
Biden, Joe China. That's exactly right. And so
cringe.
The president has been doing a great job, and he's been really validated on the issues of immigration and China. And of course, we have these new CDC guidelines. The benefit for Joe Biden is his rallies will remain unchanged because they're all socially distanced and they're 10 people to a room. So it's not exactly like
okay, that was decent. That was funny.
There. Unfortunately, I miss the MAGA rallies. I know you guys do too as well. I miss the energy and the enthusiasm. And we're starting to see, obviously, the campaign adapt.
Yeah, well, we're going to hijack that real quick too.
Beautifully with all of that.
Yeah,
but as this kind of, you have the Joe Biden and the entire Democrat Party covering for him all this, sexual assault allegations, the alliance of the Chinese Communist Party. My comment or my question to you guys is, what do you think are the top issues, especially for students, that they can bring to communicate to get us to victory against Joe Biden? Because I believe, guys, I mean, Don, you and I talk about it a lot.
We need to cancel the election.
Do you see a young college student actually want to vote for Joe Biden? I mean, you think that young people will be excited to vote for this guy? For Trump, absolutely. For Joe Biden, I don't think so.
I don't think there's any enthusiasm. But again,
come on, we need to cancel the elections and repeal the 22nd Amendment. That's exactly what we need to do.
They always do, which is they're going to
repeal the 19th Amendment.
Yeah, then repeal it.
But the reality is this: we're going to come out of this crisis, and we're going to need someone who's a builder. We're going to need someone to get this.
So you mean repeal the Emancipation Proclamation?
Yeah,
savage. You're a savage.
Hidden scores. I want the guy that did it once before to do it again. Not the guy that's got a 50-year track record in D.C., yet no one can actually name a single accomplishment.
Literally every fucking day.
I mean, you can't. It's almost hard to believe. So, people talk.
Level hype we were.
His, again, another lackluster endorsement. Joe Biden's the guy to bring back the economy. Bring it back to what? The Obama high, which is still, as your 401k is concerned.
No, we need to bring back the factories. Your economic system let leave.
3 months of a pandemic.
All you talk about is the economy and the GDP. What about demographics?
Joe Biden's not the guy to bring back anything. He can't tie his shoes probably anymore. But this is, again, why it's so important to be involved. You have to have this conversation. And again, if you're young and you're on college campuses, you may not be able to be as aggressive or the way that, I am or perhaps that Charlie is, but you can talk people through these points and make people understand.
I wish he would have.
More of the political class. We don't need more of the same establishment that really got us nothing for decades. I want someone who's been ready to challenge that. Yeah, you don't want to live in your parents' basements?
No, they don't want to
You
live
probably
in their
want a guy that's a job creator.
Shut
running
the
things.
fuck
So there's
up.
a lot at stake.
Stupid
in
femoid.
this election. And man, I'm just so thankful that getting into this pandemic, we did have the economy we had. Because if we didn't, if we were hovering at those Obama numbers, it would be so much worse, right? As a percentage of everything. It would be disastrous. To the point of, it couldn't come back.
I'm glad H logged off,
honestly. We have to push back on
because he was too much. I couldn't even get a word in edgewise. So
in the individual, and he believes in quality of opportunity. The result is what you make of it. And this is someone who's an American entrepreneur and a capitalist. And
it was annoying. I'm a little annoyed to say the least, but it's whatever. I'll let bygones be bygones.
And under President Trump, remember that the youth of America were doing far better with record low unemployment. That means when you graduate or you're ready to go out if you're 18, you will have a job with President Trump. Doesn't that mean something to believe in yourself and have that economic emancipation and independence thanks to this president? You don't want to go down the road of Sleepy Joe and Commie, Bernie, where they want to tell you, you turn California, turn the entire country for that matter into Venezuela, where people are rioting over milk. That's not the American
I still want to debate fucking Charlie Kirk on the JQ. Well, not JQ, but the ZQ. Zionist question.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
America will never be a
I'm gonna rope that in the second I can get a question in.
Huge reason to vote for Trump on November 3rd.
Well, and it took, to give an idea how good the Trump economy was before the pandemic, to show how bad the Obama economy was, it took a global shutdown, people literally doing nothing, for 6 to 8 weeks for us to get to the highest point of the Obama presidency economically.
You're still higher.
That's right.
That's what's crazy. Now, again, but we need someone who's going to guide us through this, who understands business, who's signed the front of a paycheck, not just been on the receiving end of them. Because there's going to be a lot. This thing's going to hurt a lot of businesses and a lot of companies that it won't recover in seconds. You need someone who understands those fundamentals.
5 more Germany!
So that we can build it back, be bigger and stronger than ever before, and also put ourselves in a position. Like I said, MAGA agenda now is more relevant than ever before because he was right. We do have to control our manufacturing. We do have to control our supply lines. Guess what? When the shit hits the fan, you can actually control your borders. It's not so, Mexico shut down their border to the U.S. really quickly when it looked like we were. So, all of the nonsense that you've been fed from the other side is just grossly inaccurate. So we need the guy that's going to fight back, the guy that's willing to fight, not just the guy that's spoon-fed sound bites. And
I thought we were going to talk to Charlie Kirk. I didn't know Donald Trump Jr. was going to be here with his wife.
That's what they're going to do for Joe Biden.
Joe Biden will export the American dream. He will crush it and destroy it, and nobody will be able to see it for generations to come. That's how damaging and destructive his presidency is.
Thanks, T. I appreciate the fucking anti-Irish sentiment, you cunt. You fuck. At least.
Yep. That's what we have to escape from, be strong. And it starts with the students, it starts with the youth. And that's why we're recruiting a whole army for Trump.
Not based.
For Trump. You can log on to our website, DonaldJTrump.com, and sign up to be one of our team, neighborhood team leaders for Trump, or be a
it's not even house music or EDM, it's just fucking dubstep.
American entrepreneur.
And there's a difference, and it's like, well, yeah, obviously.
Getting people involved from peer-to-peer contact, your neighbors, your friends, your family members, and it's empowering Because this president
Fucking-
believes in the youth
how
of
many people we
America.
got on
He wants them
DLive?
to succeed. He doesn't tell them
I
that
think
they
it's,
should
I
be in any
think it's
state
our,
and dependent,
Mountain
for the
Boys.
rest of their lives because they have no
Or-
dream, no spirit, no.
Yeah,
idea.
so until this
That's what
vapid
we do.
neocon
Charlie,
bullshit
what do
is
you
over,
think?
you know, we can go back
You,
to
they,
shitting
they
on
can do? 'Cause, I
Damian
mean,
Russell,
man,
I guess.
you sold me back in
There's a
2015,
lot I
and
wanted to say, and
basically,
then
end up
fucking
traveling
H
with
was just
me,
being such a fucking retard.
as a youth, as a
Oh, we're leaving?
Well, we're gonna have someone keep tabs on it.
Alright.
Yeah, who's volunteering for that?
Because I'm the one doing the stream.
Yeah, I guess I'll leave it open.
Yeah, you have 2 phones, one for the plug and one
Yeah.
for those.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, getting back to the snake oil salesman himself.
Yeah, shit, I hit the wrong thing.
Did Charlie Kirk just unironically say Space Cadet?
Alright, continuing on a more centralized argument against Damian Russell.
Yeah.
B and L, you guys, have had a lot more exposure. We had H and P kind of, how would one say, dissect his mental state, per se.
Yeah, definitely.
And, so, I need to, let me raise the volume a little bit, because I can hardly hear you guys, and I bet people on stream can hardly hear you. I put it at 40. But yeah, B, you hardly got a word in edgewise. Do you wanna explain your encounters?
I think
they're taking questions by email. Someone in a group chat says. Oh, that just kind of killed the vibe.
Alright, so do you want me to tell you about like my experiences with Damian Russell?
Go ahead, because it looks like that Zoom is getting murdered.
Alright.
So go ahead.
Hello?
Yo, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so my experiences with Damian Russell, he was actually one of the first people I met besides all the Muslim dudes and Polygram. This is before I was really into the community, so I didn't really know that much, and I thought he was a cool guy. I had no clue what the fuck a paleo-conservative was, because the main thing he talked about was how stupid paleo-conservatives were. I'm like, yeah, fuck those guys, despite me not knowing who the fuck they were.
Yeah.
So, he just did not, now that I know what I'm doing somewhat, he just does not seem that competent to be leading any sort of movement. Like, I, right off the bat, sort of could tell that he was a bit of a bitch boy, but now that I'm looking at it from this perspective, like, there's just so much I could point out about him. Like, he's definitely a fraud, if anything.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, I call him a snake oil salesman. I call him a mad political scientist.
He's always mixing up these really strange political ideologies.
Yeah. Literally concoctions of political ideologies.
Yeah. He's the type of motherfucker that would come up with some crazy shit like anarcho-nosball. Like, literally.
Let me look at our DMs, because I'm pretty sure I can find something in our DMs that is interesting.
Yeah, I would say...
Oh yeah, he was telling me about how he doesn't like Charlemagne because he persecuted pagans and shit, and I'm like,
yeah, he did say that.
And I'm pretty sure that he said that converting Europeans to Christianity was degenerate. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So we'll let you guys get to dinner. I want to thank you guys on behalf for Students for Trump. for coming to this. It's amazing.
Yeah, he was literally saying that converting Christians. Yeah. He was basically saying that converting Christians to converting Europeans to Christianity was degenerate. And I'm like, bro,
Trump Jr.
how the fuck
and
is that
his
degenerate?
wife who just got off the phone.
Make sure he's like not actively taking questions or like callers or whatever.
Yeah.
If he's doing that, I'll hop back in. So
Not that too.
Like, oh yeah, I'm also still in his Discord. He thinks I'm all buddy with him, but I love to make fun of him, but he's not that smart enough to actually realize that I'm making fun of him. It's either his ego, because he doesn't understand the sarcasm, and his ego is just thinking that I'm actually complimenting him. But
did he say anything when you tagged him in my response to your sticker, esoteric Leoism?
oh, he just said based, I think, he said Chad with a period at the end.
Yeah, he's too stupid to come up with an actual response.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's actually paying attention to me for once. Oh my god.
It's like we're joking. We're making a joke of you. We're making a mockery of everything you've ever fucking
in his
done.
Discord, he is posting about Odinism right now and the Astaru, whatever the fuck that is, and the dichotomy. Yeah.
Two.
So, I have no clue what it is. I'm just gonna click on the link and whatever it's gonna fucking lead me to. Oh, it's not even his post. It's just some random thing by Truly Viking on Instagram.
That's his post.
It is? That's him?
That's him. He's Truly Viking. He has 20 different
In the modern world, oaths and keeping them mean nothing. The masses promise 1,000 things every week and swear 1,000 oaths every month, yet never keep them, not value them. That doesn't make any sense. At the end of his sentence, we've reached a point in this cesspool of a world where such treason and depravity are not only tolerated but encouraged and loved, because the modern world does not worship truth but falsehood. In Norse culture, if someone swore an oath and went back on his word, it was believed that his sword would shine against him in battle and would incur the wrath of the gods. And then some other Norse pagan shit. And I just find him really hypocritical sometimes. Like, he says he's like, oh yeah, I'm 100% Scandinavian phenotype, bro. But like, you can clearly tell that he drinks soy milk.
L, do you want to continue? You want to continue the land-based thing? I would say.
Oh yeah. So he, when he first tried to get this ideology off the ground, he started trying to recruit fascists and Nazis, and then
he would completely monarchists.
Yeah, he came out with monarchy at the top of it because it's like, oh, this is the best way to do it, this, that, and the third, and then he's just like, just to put him at the pinnacle of power. It's the only reason he did that. And then on top of it, he wanted to, so it's just basically all egotisticalism. And then he's like, no, this is the way, they did it in Germany and everything else like that. But really, he doesn't have knowledge about shit about that.
Oh, I found something interesting on his Discord. Damien is saying that you cannot and will never catch coronavirus. At all. Yeah.
Okay, so...
He even sent me a YouTube video. He sent the YouTube video to the Discord saying why.
Is it
it's
Alex
by some random ass dude.
Oh.
No, it's some random ass dude named Tom Barnett.
Never heard of him. That guy's even probably wackier than Alex Jones. I love Alex Jones too. He's a fucking.
He is saying COVID-19 is fake and 5G has a massive major part of it. A virus is just cleaning the body. A virus is just the body cleansing itself, he says. In my life, and I don't think he's making much sense to anyone who's ever studied like for more than 2 minutes in the medical field.
I don't. Like I said, he's so far out of left field. he's in another ballpark.
Yeah.
But I want I want to reiterate this because I want this message to come off as clear as possible. We're the big dogs in town now. We're not to be fucked with. All right.
Oh, I found some more stuff where he just contradicts himself in like 2 texts apart. Let me read this word to word. Nigga, the founding fathers were authoritarian. Bruh! When a nigga has a low understanding of how monarchy and authoritarianism works, but not only that, but believes that the founding fathers were anti-authoritarian, he worded that terribly. Then the next text, he says, the only founding father that wasn't authoritarian was Jefferson. Wait, never mind. He's saying that, like, what? The way he words these things are so bad.
You probably don't understand what he's saying because you need to have like 20 less brain cells in order to
like the way he words some of these texts are just so bad. Like I know that my English is kind of bad at times, but I'm pretty sure this is just him not being able to word his texts correctly.
Well, yeah, I think he's functionally illiterate, to be honest. Like I've read. I could hardly get past like the first page of his quote-unquote manifesto when he sent it to us because it was just filled with all kinds of bullshit.
No, you don't understand, bro. He's just a political prodigy. I don't know what you're going on about.
He's the reincarnation of Commander Rockwell.
Exactly. Like I don't know what these people are going on about. He's literally the best, bro.
Oh yes. Great optics.
Great optics at everything. But like I said,
top cack.
I don't know, who's gonna be seeing this on YouTube. I'm probably gonna clip parts of this too, via like video recording on my phone, and post it to our what do you call it? Instagram. Wow. Yeah, posting it to our Instagram so, we can get a little bit of exposure. But, like I said, I want this to be a warning. We're not to be fucked with. Okay?
Exactly.
We're gonna start running things now. And, you know what? We'll help smaller accounts. We always will. As long as you don't bark up the wrong tree.
Exactly. No more optics cucking. We're too far along in this fight to be doing that.
Exactly. And I've learned, and we're not going to be necessarily punching up, because that just ruins us. That's like mud in the tread. Treads in the mud. I said that totally backwards. We want justice when justice needs to be, stored or restored and given. And, vengeance will be swift. And you will not like it if you cross us. And we'll let Damian Russell serve as an example. I guarantee you he won't see any subscriber gains after this.
You might actually lose some.
Unless, what do you call it? Unless he buys them.
Which he probably will if he still has his mother's credit card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and people can make, all the fucking personal attacks they want. They can attempt to dox us, but guess what? I'm not fucking scared.
Neither am I. Tell them to pull the fuck up, to be honest.
I'm a minor.
Exactly. So if you go after R, guess what? You're getting locked up.
Yeah, I'm fucking immune.
Anybody else, pull the fuck up. Anybody else, pull up.
Yeah, let's go. Honestly, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, no one knows anything about me, so I can just say I'm a minor too. What are they gonna do? You can try and dox me, but there's always going to be the looming threats that I'm a minor.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I want this to serve as a warning. I want to take a victory lap after, for this, and this isn't the last we hear of Damian Russell. It's obviously
Definitely not.
It's obviously not.
He'll make some sort of retarded ass rebuttal.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna try and
He's
copy.
gonna he's gonna release a fucking diss track.
Yeah, probably. Like 2017 YouTube.
Yeah.
Fucking rice gum. No, he copied our complete setup. When we
I'm
had
leaving
Bad
this fucking
Boys.
Zoom meeting.
What?
I'm leaving the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, it's nothing.
That was a waste. That was a complete waste.
That was a waste of 30 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
If they wanted to do, they could have easily done that on everything but Zoom. Like Zoom made it feel like, it's gonna be interactive, but it was not. It was just an echo chamber.
Facts.
And then we wake up tomorrow and it actually did get rated.
Well, we were the scouting mission. We can take credit. We have it on film.
But I wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, me too. But
your time will come.
We don't get what we want 100% of the time.
Yeah, and everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah.
But this won't be going back to the original thing. This won't be the last we hear of Damian Russell. He's gonna try and copy. No. He's gonna try and form his own little American coalition. Which is probably gonna form. It's probably gonna be 5 people with an average follower base of 800, if that. He's gonna buy them all 1,000 followers.
He's gonna make the anti-American coalition.
I guess. I mean, that's not even what we're calling ourselves. We're just Triumvirate Productions. We're just.
Yeah.
We're just a collective of creators that just got together, and now we're. We share political ideologies, and we can have some discourse when we're not blacked out fucking drunk.
I feel personally attacked by that statement.
It wasn't at you. It was at another
I know.
member.
I know.
As I'm half shot in the ass already. But yeah. So I there's a little bit of buzz surrounding us, but guess what? We're on top. We've reached a bigger fucking audience.
Big facts.
You would be stupid to cross us. That's basically all I gotta say. And, I'm looking at all of the people that want to play covert ops on our fucking page. All of the people that want to try and dox us. All of the people that want to try and interfere in our personal lives. All of the people that try and use these fear tactics against us. It's not going to work. You might as well give up and go into the shadows where you belong.
Does this go the stream?
Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about.
I mean, not really. I mean, it's a good stream. It's a real shame that he couldn't shit on Charlie Kirk like that.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. I'm just kind of mad at H for putting that right out there in the beginning.
Yeah, but it's not. It wouldn't have changed anything, honestly.
Yeah, no.
What? Announcing that we were going to try and raid Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
It's not like he's watching. But.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, Are there any last words from BLR?
We will be back.
No,
and
this ain't
better than ever. Yeah.
Yeah, we are just getting started. This is our second live stream on DLive, and this is going to be our, 7th video on YouTube? Something like that? Not even?
Yeah.
Our production is only getting bigger. Our collective, our enclave is only getting bigger. You would be stupid not to join us.
At this point, yeah.
We are gaining so much traction. there have been plenty of pages that have tried to go against us, and they have failed. You can't find certain
Miserably.
pages. You can't find certain pages anymore.
Yeah, they failed miserably.
They've wiped themselves away. They've gone into the shadows. They'll resurface, but I'm gonna have my eye out. We'll all have our eyes out. And Damian Russell will probably do the same thing. And guess what? The same goes for him. He's so full of himself that he's gonna doubt our expertise, our intellect. That's one thing you should never do is insult our intelligence, because that's where you fail.
We're big brain.
You insult our intelligence by hiding behind, certain accounts or whatever.
Or,
and
shit.
and try and block us or whatever, or try and go about things. But we always find out what happens in the end.
Exactly.
And I know for a fact this is not going to be the last live stream like this.
Oh no, but maybe we'll have like a better, raid.
Hopefully. We have to keep our ears and eyes peeled. But June 1st, a lot changes.
Exactly.
And with that being said, good night and bad boys for life.
What?